and happy Music Monday. We're back after our holiday extended break extravaganza. We're here with Gabi Rose today. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Doing well. I love that you guys have like almost the same hair color.
I
and
know.
it matches the background too.
Yeah. I'm curious if we use the same dye.
I was gonna say we could start this off with how do you dye your hair and what's your process?
We have to start with it. Yeah. All right. So I use L'Oreal High Color Highlights in red.
Okay.
Do you use that?
No, I use Manic Panic Vampire Red.
Well, I've
or
used that
Splat.
color. Okay,
or Splat,
gotcha.
Which
I've
is
tried
a
a bunch of different ones, but that one I like the L'Oreal because it lifts the hair color like while it deposits. Like I don't have to bleach ever. I just have to use that on my roots, and then I use all different types of stuff. Like I've tried, whatever Pravana, even Overtone, Manic Panic.
Yeah.
So I like the L'Oreal because I don't have to worry about actually bleaching my hair. It is bleaching my hair, but I don't realize it's happening. So.
Okay, I'll have to try that.
Would recommend. I will send you the product. As the influencers say, I swear by it. I've literally been using that dye for 10 years, and I haven't really changed too much. So, would recommend.
Yeah. I've been bleaching with Splat, but the red in it I don't really like. And then I use the vampire red, and then because Splat literally splats everywhere. Like any shower you go to, it's literally the worst murder scene is with Splat.
Do you have red all over your bathroom, whatever?
Yeah, I mean all my towels are black. All my bed sheeting's black, so that's the best scenario.
That's what you have to do. Even when I'm in a hotel, I was in Philly this past weekend, and of course in hotels it's white, everything. All the sheets are white, and I always all the towels. I feel so bad. Luckily I have to dye my hair, so it's not that bad. But I laid down for a second, even after blow drying my hair, and there was pink all over the sheets, and I'm they're gonna think either I had my freaking period on here or I killed someone.
Or you murdered someone.
We do that. I call it towel art, where you make nice designs in all the white towels.
Or if you wrap a white towel around your head in a turban after then it comes out as tie-dye, and it's beautiful.
Then it belongs in MoMA.
Yeah. My boyfriend realized that the other day. He's like, it actually looks pretty good. Maybe they won't mind.
Yeah, just start cutting up the towel, framing it, and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, I actually wait to dye my hair until I go to a hotel.
And that way we keep our home bathrooms clean.
Yeah. But just because it's I got more room in a hotel bathrooms, and it's and. Also, the theory is if they ever call and be like, hey, there's red stains everywhere, I'm like, hey, it's temporary dye. Do you not clean your showers that well? Because it should just come off.
It should come off.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I should do that.
Yeah.
If
never
anybody
happened.
works in a hotel, I'm sorry. But I should do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to damage my bathroom.
Yeah, but it's crazy how different it is. I've dyed my hair in many, many hotels, and always the splatter is always different depending on the tile of the place, the shower. It's always I close my eyes, do the first rinse, and turn around. I'm like, murder scene, or not?
Well,
so it's always different. So the forensics team will never know that you committed the same towel art, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct. It's always different. Always different.
Oh man, honestly, there's not too many people you could talk about this with, so I'm glad a lot of people don't get it.
Yeah, I've thrown some stuff in Mel's hair too.
Oh yeah, what colors?
It was a beautiful teal, but we did it a few months ago, and I really need to get a haircut and redo it. So right now it looks moldy. It's green on the ends.
Oh,
it's almost gone.
Light.
Yeah, it's honestly almost gone. There's really not much left. It's kind of just a bleach.
Yeah, I feel
every once in a while, if it hits the light in a certain way, you'll see this weird green that the teal faded to.
Well, yeah,
but it was a pretty teal.
It matches your background also.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, yeah, blues are kind of hard. Blues are tough. I mean, reds are tough too, but I feel like blues fade out really, really fast. Especially if you have healthy hair, then it just doesn't want to stay.
Yeah, it lasted I would say a good few weeks. and then it faded to green. So I got to redo
All
it.
right, it's fun.
Yeah.
You did it.
So we got to go rent a hotel room so that we can
Yeah.
dye my
It's
hair
an
again.
excuse. It's an excuse to get a hotel in
Yeah.
the city
Yep.
or something. It's like, all right, we're gonna go out to dinner, and then we're gonna make a mess.
Dye our hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, that's good.
You know what? That's actually a great idea. Like, they have like the rage rooms that we're always talking about. We want to go like smash stuff in. Like, we should just make a hair dye mess
Hair dye
studio.
room.
Wait,
Yeah.
so are there?
I mean, you have a
rage
salon, but
rooms?
like salons are nice and like fancy
There
and
are,
whatever.
there
but
are rage rooms.
I have to go to one
but
of
just
those.
like,
Yeah, we want to go to a rage room. I'm pretty
Have
sure
you-
there's one on Long Island.
Have you guys gone?
No, but I
Okay.
really
Not
want to
yet.
break
We should
things.
go.
Yeah,
We
Let's do
should
it.
definitely make a thing of it.
Yeah.
but I say we
Or
dye our
some-
hair in there and then just like splatter it around the wall.
Yes.
Do like
That's
the
a
whip
really
your
good
hair
idea.
back and forth thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, so are you guys also on Long Island?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I knew it was New York, but I wasn't sure if it was Long Island or the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Long Island sisters.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, just a quick hello to everyone in the chat, and everyone watching. I see Matt. Hello. Matt has been messaging us asking when we were coming back. So, welcome back, Matt. And yeah.
Oh, I could see the chat too. On the
Yes, you
side,
can.
right? Okay, cool.
Yeah, if anyone has questions, comments, concerns you have that you want us to give you good or bad advice on, we will do that. The floor is open.
Keyword bad. Bad advice.
We'll give advice.
Yeah. Like, oh, you have some problems? Just go to a rage room and
Yeah.
dye your hair a color that won't come out.
Yes.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
And hello to Mighty Jammer in the chat. So, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone listening? Tell them what you do, what you play, where you're from.
Sure. So, what's up, guys? My name is Gabi Rose. I am also from Long Island, but kind of just all around New York, New Jersey constantly. I am a vocalist, songwriter, and I guess at this point predominantly saxophonist. And it's great. It's cool. I do it full time. I do so many different styles of music, but I also write music for my group Enrose, which I started last year. I pretty much had all this music that I had written, and I wanted a cool way to get it out. And I've always just been a band girl, so I wanted to put together a band. And success! I have an amazing producer, an amazing band, and I'm just trying to find more time to do it, honestly, because that's my favorite thing to do.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the videos you've been putting out. You're killing it on TikTok, and your personal and the Enrose one.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I keep seeing videos of you and your drum buddy that you've been doing all these shows with, and you guys are just killing it. It looks awesome. I really want to see you guys play.
You guys would love her. She's the best. She might tune in here. I don't know how much she uses Facebook, but yeah, Crystal Percussion. She's the homie. You know, it's cool because like she's one of those people where I met her later in, not that I'm like old, but like later in life. You know, a lot of my friends were friends that I have known since I was young, or friends that I met in college that I still stay in touch with. But she's one of those people that I met like after college, like only a couple years ago, and like has become one of my best friends, just because I feel like sometimes you meet your best friends when you're older and you can kind of align more of what you're doing. And, you know, I don't know. I love my friends growing up, but I needed some more like girlfriends that are kind of doing similar things that I'm doing. So yeah, it's cool that, you know, you could still meet people that become really close to you even later. Like it's never really too late.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you guys are working with the same DJ company, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it's not just one particular company. We kind of both freelance together, and at this point, like, when we're performing, we perform a lot together because whether it's a restaurant or, you know, a club or an outdoor festival or a private event, a lot of times people are just like wanting us together. So since I run my own business and she runs her own business, and we kind of collaborate a lot together, and we've helped each other out a lot with like just kind of navigating, especially in like just, I don't know, the trajectory of where we're at. It's like, oh, I don't know, how do we go about doing this? Well, this is what I do. Oh, great. Then, you know, we've just helped each other a lot. So we end up kind of working together a lot, but with all different people and all different, you know, occasions.
Awesome.
But
That's awesome.
Do you what's the weirdest private event you've done? Like an odd like place or something? Like would you say they're like, hey, we want you to play here at this thing. You're
All
like,
right. Well,
"All
this wasn't a private event, but this was one of the stranger shows that I've ever done. But also ended up being like one of my favorites because it was very memorable and very cool. Once a couple years ago, I did a burlesque show. So it was in Brooklyn or Queens. No, it was in Brooklyn, and at this like small, really cool, hip like cocktail bar. And they had these burlesque dancers who would, I guess, you know, it was all improvisation. Maybe not them, but we were certainly improvising together. So it was me, it was a 4-piece band, and the burlesque dancers would come out and kind of tell us just like, hey, this is the style that I want to do. So they'd be like, hey, you know, let's do like kind of a rock vibe, or let's do like a slow, smooth R&B vibe, or, you know, and then we would kind of start it off the cuff, and they would go and dance. And it was then, by the time their number was done, they were half naked and everyone was cheering. Perfect. And we did a really good job.
That's awesome.
So that was one of the more different things I've ever done. Yeah.
I forgot, was it Dirty Cello? Okay, they said they played like a nudist, like
I think
a camp or an event or something. But they were like, it was so odd, but they had like, it was like the best thing, like it was so much fun or whatever. But that's why, you know, sometimes different types of events that'll hire you like that. Sometimes you play some odd events.
It was like a nudist convention?
I guess so, something like that. And they were like, it was amazing, you know, but sometimes, you know, they hire you for things but you're like, it was so much fun.
You got to shake it up. Yeah. You got to shake it up. I loved it.
Shake it off, right?
Yeah. Shake it up and shake it off if it's weird. I think we have some questions, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're for me or just for all of us. I think we should all answer.
Matt would like to know what started your musical journey.
Mm-hmm.
And hello, Grumpy, sneaking in quietly.
Should I go? Should I start?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, what started my musical journey? Like school, really. I listened to a lot of music growing up because my dad would listen to, saxophone music and like cool jazz and stuff like Steely Dan and those kinds of groups. And so I always had the sound of saxophone in my head, and I always thought it really looked cool. My mom says that I said it really looked cool. So that's why I picked it. My first instrument was violin, though. And so I played saxophone and violin all throughout my young years, and sang, and then I started doing musical theater a lot. And I was always just like a really creative kid. Like in my free time, I would like make clothes, and I was always doing something creative, drawing. And I kind of felt like I needed to focus on something then. And I really wasn't planning on being a musician, but it wasn't until I went to college that I really started taking it more seriously, learning how to write music, perform with a band, improv, and all those things. So then people started wanting me to play outside of college even, and paying me and collaborating with me, and it was a shock. I really didn't plan on being a musician or being the musician I am today. So school, it all started in school.
Yay, school!
Yeah. Well, Mel and I met in school at Five Towns College.
Wait. I wonder if you guys. What year did you guys graduate? Did you graduate?
We know Jake.
Year?
We know Jake.
Okay.
Yeah. We went. We
totally
played.
Say hey.
Yeah, we played a lot of shows with his previous bands, and
yeah.
So, yeah.
Man, he should be in here right now. He's getting back from snowboarding. Actually, maybe he'll come into the chat at some point.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, it's all happened. Yeah, we were in concert band together at Five Towns.
That's awesome. Oh man,
yeah.
Was he cool back then? I didn't know him back then. I'm wondering if you ever wonder if you would have fallen in love with somebody if you knew them years ago.
I'm sure.
Do you think I would have fallen in love with him the way you guys knew him? No.
He was wild. No.
It's a funny question to ask you guys. Oh yeah, you would totally
I
fall in love with him.
I don't know how different he is.
I know, it's a hard question to answer.
He was one part of the cool guys group, I guess you would say, right?
Oh, I don't believe that at all.
He was a big dork.
Yeah, but that, no, he was
so
cool,
funny.
but he was a cool dude.
All right.
Yeah.
I always
but
wonder.
We hung out with a lot of his friends and played a lot of shows with them, so we were. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
there's so many people from. I will for sure.
Yeah.
there's so many people from Five Towns that like kind of circle around this whole area. A lot of musicians still playing, and I think that's so cool. Especially it's such a good location too, you know, being on Long Island. I feel like it's one of the few Long Island schools that are like really music focused, if not the only one.
Yeah, I mean there's Hofstra.
Oh yeah, true.
LIU, I think, has a music program. Westbury.
Yeah.
I
mean, yeah, I
like
guess
not
there's
the
a
community,
music
but
program
Five Towns
anywhere.
is really like the one where people I feel like focus on performance.
Yeah,
more.
totally.
I went for music business because that's, I grew up in Staten Island, and Five Towns is probably one of, I think Hofstra does too, but I didn't find it at the time. But they were like, hey, this place has music business. I was like, cool, I'll go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
as far as
awesome.
like networking and connections and stuff, Five Towns was awesome for that. Because a lot of the teachers actually performed in other places. Like there were some of the teachers like got me gigs playing in like local theaters and pit orchestras and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
cool for that. And then we met there.
Yeah, like I went upstate to SUNY Oneonta, which was great because it's still New York and a lot of people from downstate went there. But there definitely weren't as many direct like connections because it's so far upstate. So actually some of my first connections were like in Albany, and some of my first gigs were in Albany. So I was thinking about moving there, and then I was like, if I could like wait a little bit and see if I start actually doing stuff like in the city in Long Island, I'm gonna stick it out and see. Only because like I don't want to be in Albany. Albany is sick, but like I don't want to go any colder than it already is.
That's more snow.
Yeah. So I'm like, if I could do it in the city, I'm gonna try that. And luckily it worked out. I didn't want to be upstate for any longer than I needed to.
And Antonio says sometimes you just need fun. I agree.
Totally.
Yesterday was Kurt Cobain's birthday. Oh, cool. Did he have an influence on anyone?
Yeah. Wait, you guys should start answering, and I'm gonna be right back because I have a really cool piece of art, a really cool piece of Kurt Cobain art that I think everybody would appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, who isn't, influenced by Nirvana? I mean, you got Dave Grohl, like that's everything. But that's awesome. It was his birthday. Ooh. Everyone, put your favorite Nirvana song in the chat.
I was more excited about the next question.
About the ice cream?
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, yeah. We'll have to wait on the ice cream.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, good. You're back. We can talk about ice cream.
Well, wait. We got to see
ice cream.
Yeah, that's the next question.
All right. So this is, how beautiful is this?
That is very beautiful.
A friend from my high school, his name is Chris Stein, he did this, and he gifted it to me, like, so many years ago. And I think I'm just going to bring it. It's, like, my favorite thing, my favorite piece of art. I mean, Kurt Cobain is such a huge influence on me, and so many of my bandmates, too. And it was just, like, even before I got into R&B and jazz and stuff, I was listening to rock music. I was listening to Nirvana and then Foo Fighters, and I still love all those albums. I still, like... Man, I mean, anybody who likes rock and grew up, I would say in the 90s, was really influenced by Kurt Cobain.
Right.
Do I keep freezing?
Awesome. I don't think so.
Not on my end.
Oh, okay.
That's just you.
The whole screen keeps freezing. I didn't know if that was
like... what did I miss? Ice cream talk?
Oh, yeah. Well, we did ask everyone their favorite Nirvana songs, and we got Teen Spirit, we have Breed, Heart-Shaped Box, All Apologies. That's probably one of my favorites, too.
Yeah. Nirvana grunge punk was all over my teenage years. Yeah. I really like Bloom. I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite.
I know, yeah, but there's just, I mean, all of these that have been named are great.
Yeah. Actually, we find ourselves, I think we've done like a couple Nirvana tunes, like in more of like an R&B style. Like I find that I just love their songwriting so much, and now I'm trying to really combine those two worlds like a lot more. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, now that we're writing some new stuff, and I'm kind of I don't know if it's going to be successful, and I don't know if it's going to translate the way I kind of think about it in my head, but I would really love if we could, I mean, so you guys know, genres are so hard. They can be hard, especially with like certain projects or certain songs, but if I have to pick a genre, I would really love to see what literally grunge R&B sounds like. And Jake and I were talking about that last week, because trying to figure out like what are we going for here? What are we going for? And we're like, if we could kind of go for grunge R&B, let's see if we could create that. I don't know if it exists, but we're gonna try.
Yeah. So just like kind of do a bunch of Nirvana songs R&B style, which I know you do. You do have up on your website.
We have that.
But that's a kind of way to be like, these mix a bit. Let's
but like write it with our original tunes. Like how can we get that like grunge kind of songwriting style or like lyric style, but with like R&B grooves. I don't know. That's what we're working on. We have 2 really long days in the studio tomorrow, so we're gonna see if we can accomplish that.
Nice. That'd be great.
Yeah. At the restaurant that I used to waitress at, they used to have Nirvana songs playing in like a lounge style, like elevator music. Elevator jazz. Yeah, like smooth elevator jazz, but Nirvana songs. It was so weird. Like you wouldn't even realize it was that at all.
Yeah. Was it with the lyrics?
You heard the words and you're like, wait a minute.
Oh, you did hear the words.
Yeah. That's when all of a sudden you were like, wait a minute, this sounds familiar. Oh, this just smells like Teen Spirit, but...
Did they sample Kurt Cobain's voice or somebody else was singing?
No, it was someone else. It was a totally different thing. It was like smooth jazz.
Well, a good song's a good song. You can translate it to any genre. That's awesome.
Yeah, in the beginning of Black Widow, they do like this creepy version of Smells Like Teen Spirit, and it's
oh my god, yes,
amazing. So I mean I always say that with any good song, it could be put into any genre.
Totally. And you know what? Even like so recently, Jake and I had COVID over Christmas break, as did 90% of the people I know, and he was playing a lot of Skate XL on PS4, or is it PS4? Whatever. And they play a lot of like indie rock tunes. And he was like, why don't we try writing an indie rock song, like just for fun? So we did it, and we ended up really liking it. But we're like, well, how do we actually, like, can we rework this? Because I feel like it's a good song. Maybe we could actually like kind of reinvent it. And we did, and it sounds so sick. So it's true. Sometimes, like, especially with writing, it's like, just write a song. It doesn't really matter what it sounds like at first. And then if you can just kind of rework it, like, it should work. If it's a good song, it's a good song. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
To skip genres of questions here, we're going to go back to the what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Yeah, just continuing on in this conversation. My favorite flavor is probably strawberry, which is so bland. I know some people are going to say
no, that's one of my favorites too.
Chunky Monkey, or what did you guys say? I'm curious. I think I missed it.
Oh, we didn't yet. We were waiting.
You didn't answer yet. Okay.
I would say chocolate chip cookie dough. It's like, for me, picking an ice cream flavor is probably the hardest thing to pick a favorite. Like chocolate chip cookie dough, strawberry, mint chocolate chip, pistachio, black cherry, butter pecan.
Well, I really like pistachio too, but it has to be like the good, like natural. Same thing with strawberry. I feel like any nutty kind of ice cream, like I love pistachio, I love strawberry, but if it's too sugary and like fake tasting, I hate it. Then just give me chocolate, because chocolate I feel like is always good.
So I was going to say the opposite. For me, it's anything except chocolate ice cream, and I love chocolate, but not chocolate ice cream. The same thing with coffee. I am obsessed with coffee, but not coffee ice cream. Like,
I don't like coffee flavored things. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I love coffee.
Yes,
don't like coffee.
This is my favorite. Fish food by Ben and Jerry's is my top favorite. If I was just gonna go like, and there's like plain stuff, I always go vanilla with rainbow sprinkles. That's
nice.
Like,
Wait, what is in fish food again? It's chocolate, cookie dough. Is there caramel?
No, it's chocolate caramel, like marshmallow cream, and dark chocolate, like
so no
little chunks. Yeah, no cookie dough, but I do.
What's the one with cookie dough? There's another really common one that they always have in the supermarket.
I can Netflix and chill one. It's like pretzel pieces and like peanut butter. I had a waffle cone ice cream last night. It was like chocolate-covered pieces of waffle cone in vanilla ice cream. It was really good.
Chocolate-covered pieces of waffle cone in vanilla ice cream.
That's
wow.
Yeah, vanilla ice cream with like pieces of waffle cone. No, it was just like a container from the supermarket.
Okay.
I don't remember what brand it was. But...
Was it in a waffle cone then? No,
it was in a
okay.
carton. Yeah.
Okay. So that's cool. You get the best of both worlds. You could still eat out of the bowl, which is clean and convenient.
Yeah, it's like an inside out
of a waffle cone.
Yeah. Yeah, like an
So
inside out
smart.
cone. Instead of the cone being on the outside, now it's on the inside.
Blue-eyed Matt has a lot of favorites.
Yeah.
Cookie dough, cookies and cream.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Cookies and chocolate.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a lot, but
Oh,
you know
a
what? All the
cannoli
choices.
flavor. That sounds good. Butter
Yeah.
pecan. I've never even
I love butter pecan ice cream.
Do you? I've never had it.
Oh, it's so good.
He goes, I don't care if it's an old people's flavor. It is kind of an old people's flavor. But
Well then,
I
call
dig
me
it.
grandma. I'm gonna eat it.
Call me grandma.
Mhm.
Those kids these days just don't understand. Butter pecan's the best.
I feel like pistachio is kind of an old people flavor too.
Mhm.
People always make fun of me when I order pistachio.
I don't feel like I see that. Maybe like at Ralph's Ices. I don't know.
Well, that's a
Carvel.
whole different. I feel like that's a whole
whole
different thing. Like if you ask somebody what's your favorite Ralph's flavor, it might not be your favorite ice cream flavor.
Does everyone else on Long Island or like New York, because this happened on Staten Island too, the second Ralph's Ices is like open, like even if it's still freezing in end of March, there's a line. Like full
Everywhere.
on line. And I'm like, it's freezing out still.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're out
Doesn't
there.
matter.
I never understood that. I don't know about you guys, but like I've never really been a Ralph's person. I mean, I like Italian ices, but I'm not gonna I don't know. I'm not gonna wait in line for it, especially if it's cold. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll still eat ice cream and ices in the middle of the winter when it's snowing, but I'll be sitting by the fire inside my house eating them.
Same.
Yeah.
Ralph's
Not waiting
obsession on Long
outside.
Island is just like such a culture.
Uh-huh.
It's just such a thing.
So, favorite flavor of ices? Mine's definitely
With-
coconut.
Coconut. Okay, yeah, I like the more tropical flavors like that too. Like I like lemon ice. It's so
Mhm.
basic, but like lemon and
Have you had the Lemon Ice King of Corona? Have you gone to like the famous place in Queens?
no. Wait, what's it called?
The Lemon Ice King of Corona.
Is that the place or that's the
It
name of the
might
place?
have another name, but if you look at that, you'll find it. And it
Oh, I
says it on
found
the
it.
outside. The giant sign. It was on the Food Network, and like they're famous for their lemon ices. They have
Ben
other flavors too.
Fermo or Ben Fermo. It says Ben Fermo dash the Lemon Ice King of Corona.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
like
didn't
in
even know the real
Corona,
name.
Queens.
Yeah.
No, it's both. It's just a really long name.
Yep,
Oh, so is this like a family-owned place?
I think so.
It looks like very old, very
Yeah.
old and classic.
Yep.
I feel like when I go to Ralph's, I'm always like, oh, I gotta get something weird, and I'll get like cotton candy flavor or something.
Cotton candy is good.
I'd be like, why'd I get this? You know?
Because there's so many options.
I know, and I don't like sour anything. But I'm like, well, why would you get vanilla ice? Doesn't seem great, so I always try like
Yeah.
something weird, I guess.
Well, cotton candy ice is better than cotton candy ice cream. So
Correct.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. I don't like cotton candy flavored things though. I like cotton candy.
Speaking of cotton candy flavored things, there were grapes that were cotton candy flavored.
Yes.
They were the weirdest things ever.
How do you make that?
They're on. No,
It's
they were.
a natural grape. Like they naturally have a random cotton candy type flavor to it. Where did
Yeah.
they grow
Really?
though? I don't remember.
I found them at Stu Leonard's.
Well, they didn't grow there.
They didn't
I mean,
grow
like,
there.
what
I don't know
country
where
grow
they
in?
are, but it's really weird because it's like you eat it, you're like, oh, a grape, and you're like, oh my god, this tastes like cotton candy, and it's really bizarre.
I gotta try that.
Yeah.
Maybe I would like it because it's a grape. I don't know.
I feel like the flavor doesn't hit you right away, right?
It
Did you find that
doesn't.
too, Annie?
Yeah.
It's like
It,
at first you're just like, oh, it's just a grape, and then you're like, wait, did I just eat cotton candy? Like it hits you after a second?
Oh, somebody in the chat's tried it.
Oh, they are great.
They are grape.
They are great.
All right, that's on the list. I gotta
Yeah.
go to Stu Leonard's.
Yeah.
I don't
it's
have
a-
one close to me though. I gotta go. Stu Leonard's, I hear, is really the bomb for
It
pre-made
is.
meals.
There's
It
one in
is.
Farmingdale, and then the other one's in Yonkers. Are there any others? I feel like there's more, but just those two.
Maybe.
There's one in
maybe
Huntington, like Melville, I think, actually, on Route 1
That's the
something.
Route 110, yeah, the Farmingdale.
that's
It's like
the
the border
Uncle-
of Melville and Farmingdale.
Oh,
there's
that's
also
Farmingdale,
Uncle
that's Farmingdale.
Giuseppe's. That's the
Oh,
other
that's what I'm
crazy
thinking
one.
of. That's what I'm thinking of. Never mind.
Oh my god, they have like giant walls of olives.
And cheese. It's
Sausages.
like insane.
Annie and
I could use some
I,
olive and cheese right now.
Yeah.
we went cheese shopping and did a cheese taste testing, and it was a little ridiculous. I think we were in that store for like 3 hours picking out cheese.
Yeah.
There were way too many options.
Cheese.
It was out of control.
Like the weirdest flavors.
Orange flavored cranberries, where I'm at right now. Those seem like they were created by the devil.
All right.
Wait,
What?
but are they just dried oranges? Like raisined oranges?
I think
or...
they're orange cranberries with an orange flavor.
Definitely created by the devil.
That's weird.
I feel like I could use, though, like, do they like raisin oranges maybe too? Is that possible with an orange? If it's possible with a cranberry, maybe it's possible with an orange too. I don't even know how to make a raisin. It's just like a dried out fruit, right?
I don't know how to
That
make
could
a
be
lot
good
of
in like
things.
if you cook them together in a muffin or something, like orange
In a
cranberry.
muffin, yeah.
Like
It would be
scones.
good in a muffin.
Oh, boy.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes, everyone like and subscribe to all of the channels of ours and Gabi's. Make sure you go and do all that fun stuff. The halfway point here of make sure you do all those buttons things and clicking things because we love that.
Yeah, click those
So
buttons.
speaking of, what gigs do you have coming up?
What gigs?
Yeah.
What do I have?
Any public things where people can come see you, or is it all private events and weddings and stuff?
Yeah, so I think I believe this Thursday night I'm going to be at the Garden in New Jersey with Crystal Percussion. That's going to be at night. So if anybody is in the New Jersey area, you can come see me there. Then this Sunday I'm going to be in Staten Island. I'm going to be in Staten Island playing a brunch at
Your hometown.
Angelina's. That's right. Was that place around when you were growing up? Do you know? Did you ever go?
I don't think, unless they change the name of something.
Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson just made an appearance there.
Oh.
And it was like a huge deal. Like, I don't know if you saw on like, I don't know, one of those just on E or something like Nugget. Like, I don't know if you guys follow Nugget on Instagram, but they were always posting like random stuff about Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. Like, I don't care that much. But they made a huge deal about these two.
Going here?
Yeah, like Kim coming and visiting Pete Davidson on Staten Island.
Oh my
and they went to Angelina's Restaurante in Staten Island.
All right.
And like there were just flocks of people. Apparently there were like hundreds of people just kind of standing outside the restaurant hoping to see them.
All right.
I'm like, this is an epidemic. What's happening here in Staten
yeah.
Island.
I want to see when this place opened because it kind of looks like it used to be. I mean, it looks like, I don't think it was a hair salon, but it's not.
It might have been. It might have been a
Yeah.
hair salon with a beautiful view.
Yeah. No, actually, you know what? It didn't have a good view. Yeah. All right. Yeah, but I don't think I've ever been there. But it looks new, and they redid it. So
It's really nice. It's nice there for sure.
Yeah.
And then later in March, I'm going to be heading back on tour with a band called Bill Murray, which is going to be awesome. We're going to be we're coming to New York. So you guys, on the 25th of March, I think there's still tickets available. In New York, me and Bill Murray are playing, and I think it's definitely going to sell out because the place that they picked. I don't know if you've ever played or been to Kingsland in Brooklyn. Small, mostly it's like mainly like a hardcore. I mean, they do a lot of different stuff, but I've seen some like more like borderline metal and like hardcore bands there. So that's where we're playing, but it's a very small room, and Bill Murray's like pretty popular, and at least as far as I know, and so I think they're gonna sell out and have to move. But yeah, that show's gonna be sick because I mean I just did my first tour with them back at the end of January, and it was was my first really like official tour ever, aside from a tour that I went on with my college band a few years ago. And it was really, really cool. It's cool to be a part of it. Yeah. So if anybody's...
And that's playing sax, or are you singing also, or?
I do backup singing, but a lot of his songs. So I play sax predominantly, and we do a lot of cool sax effects, and it's really fun. Like, we really get like experimental with. And his name is Johnny Frank. Johnny Frank. He used to be the clean singer of a band called Attack Attack. If you guys used to go to Warped Tour and Bamboozle and all that stuff. So when I found that out, I was like, oh my God, I've seen your band. Like, I've seen your old band. And Attack Attack is still together, just not with him because he left. And he started this band called Bill Murray in like 2016. And it's really cool. It's like obviously pop punk inspired because it's the world that he comes from. But it's like very experimental, like very modern production. He goes into 80s. He kind of gets like jazzy. Like, it's really, really cool. And the fan base is like super like die hard. I mean, which I like experienced firsthand. So that's going to be a really cool like adventure that I'm going on this year with playing with that band. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely check them out if you haven't. Who said
Bill
Jinx?
Murray.
Oh, there was a Jinx. Yeah, Bill Murray. Not like, I mean, I think it is actually named after Bill Murray. Rest in peace. But Bilmuri. Bowie had a lot of saxophone in his music. Hell yeah, for sure. I'm definitely trying to, I mean, with my project and Rose, it definitely started as like the songs had no, I mean, they all have saxophone in them now, but at first it was just like vocal music. And then I'm like, wait, I'm a saxophonist. I should probably put saxophone on all these songs. But now the way we're writing now is like, we should prioritize the saxophone more. So even if a vocal idea doesn't come to mind at first, substitute it with sax and then go from there. And it's a weird way of thinking about writing, but it's fun.
Gotcha.
But hell yeah, Bowie.
And you have that, I think I saw a video of you playing that other, I can't remember what it's called. It's almost like the guitar version of a clarinet.
Yeah, the iwi.
What is the name of it? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I couldn't remember the name of it.
That video that was my most viral video. I wonder what it's at now. I think it's almost at like 2 million for me playing the iwi very badly. And I mean, things will go viral for like the weirdest 2.7 million. That's crazy.
Was that with the My Heart Will Go On?
Yeah.
Okay. That was good.
It was just like, because I've been using it a lot in the studio because the saxophone's loud. You can't control the volume too much, especially if you're just trying to like work out a part while there's other people in the room. You don't want to be like disturbing them. So the iwi's good with that because it's like a keyboard or like, you know, a guitar plugged into an amp. Like you can kind of have a little bit more control over the volume and the sounds because you could like do synth sounds and stuff. So I've been bringing it a lot to the studio, but I don't practice it that much. And there is a different technique to it than sax. So then I'm like, oh, Anthony, you know, oh, this sounds like Titanic, like record me playing. And then I tried to get fancy and bend up. And then it was just and of course, that's what everybody on TikTok sees. That's what gets 2.7 million. And I'm like, and people will comment. People are commenting like, oh, it sounded so good. You were so close. Keep practicing, honey. And I'm like, I hate you. Like, do not patronize me. Like, keep going. Keep trying. I'm like,
you'll get it.
Yeah. I'm like, thanks. It's a lot of like older men. They're like, keep trying, honey. You got it.
You'll get it. Another 5 years.
I'm like, literally just go on my page and see that I can play. just accidentally sounded horrible and whatever. But that's what you have to do.
Hey, at least they're being nice and not like you suck.
Most people were being nice, yeah, because I made sure to make fun of myself before anybody else could. I'm like, watch me butcher the saddest song ever from the Titanic. So that, yeah, if anybody makes fun of me, just know anything you say, I haven't already said to myself.
Like, I made fun of myself already. That's the way to be.
You should do that, that song from Sarah McLachlan.
Yes, because that's another reason. So videos on TikTok like go viral for the randomest reasons, but that's pretty much what it was. Like people were arguing like, well, people were asking, what is this instrument? You know, because everyone's too lazy to just go into the comments and like scroll a little bit and find the answer. Right. So everybody's like, what is this instrument? What is this instrument? Or people are like, that's not the saddest song. This is the saddest song. No, this is the saddest song. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of people were just like, and then a lot of people just commented like random stuff like, I don't know. Somebody told me that I looked like what's his name? The werewolf from from Twilight. What's
What?
his name? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Like the actor?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I thought they were saying you looked like a werewolf.
Well, I guess I do. Taylor Lautner. Somebody told me I looked like Taylor Lautner, like literally the werewolf. I'm like, what even? I get the strangest comments, but that'll all feed into the algorithm. And
yeah.
Yeah, as long as people are commenting, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember back in college I was playing drums for a really small theater. It was like under this train station in Merrick, and the pit, it wasn't actually a pit, it was a balcony, and you could only fit like 4 people in there. But the music called for like 20 instruments. So one of the guys had an Ewee, and he would just keep changing the sounds on it. So like there was a keyboard player and him there, and then we with drums, and they would just keep changing all the sounds so he could play like clarinet and flute and saxophone and trumpet and like trombone, everything, just playing on that.
Yeah, it's definitely fun with that. But what's funny is like the saxophone sound is still like really bad because like they have like the imitation saxophone sound, and like you guys know what like a saxophone like keyboard sounds like. It's just as bad as that. I'm like, but these are like saxophone woodwind people making it. Like you would think they would get it down, like they would get the saxophone sound. They did not. It sounds
it's
horrible.
Like the sample, the tone is still bad, but like at least you have the breath work. Right.
Yeah, you can control it.
But you
for
have
sure.
like the breath, changes and all that, and the breathing and whatnot.
Right. It definitely sounds better than just playing it on a keyboard, but it still sounds horrible. And I'm like, come on, guys, you couldn't get it like a little bit better.
Well, nothing can sound worse than me trying to play saxophone, because that was pretty bad. I mean, like when we were at Five Towns, I went for music ed, so like every few weeks you changed instruments and you had to learn each kind. And I'm all right with every other instrument I could play to like up to a 6th grade level, and I could handle, the fingering enough to teach it. But me playing a saxophone, I got one and only sound to do.
That was a really
no matter what key I pressed, no matter what note, that was the note.
The thing with saxophone,
it was like a goose honking.
It probably wasn't your fault. You probably just had like some kind of janky like setup, or maybe the reed. It could have been the mouthpiece. It could have just been the combination of the reed with the mouthpiece with the horn. Like you can't just, I don't know. Like I always feel so bad because I teach a little bit, and some of my students are like, nothing's working, and I'm like, it's not your fault. It's just like we need to swap something out or whatever. So.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thanks for giving me the benefit of the doubt, but I had so many saxophone player friends trying to help me out with it, and I assure you it was my fault. I'm just really bad.
Fair, fine. I'll take your word for it.
They were even like, here, put your mouthpiece like on my instrument. I was like, okay, and I tried that. I tried changing reeds, everything.
Okay, so you did.
Like,
all right, I stand corrected. But you know what? Maybe if you played now, it would be different. Maybe that was just an off 2 weeks, and
I got a little better.
Yeah. That's like actually pretty crazy how fast you have to like shuffle through instruments like that when you're learning music ed in school.
Yeah.
What was your favorite like instrument that's not your instrument? Like
I would say cello.
Instrument? Really?
Yeah. I just love the warm like tone of it, and just, I don't know, it's so soothing to play.
Cello's a really pretty instrument.
Yeah. And I mean, just total opposite of playing drums, where you're like, ah!
Yeah.
And then you're like, just nice.
Did you find that drums, like being a drummer though, did you find it maybe more difficult for other people whose primary instrument was something like guitar or keys or something like that? Do you think it was easier for you, or was it more difficult going into like a tonal instrument, or what do you think?
Yeah, so the hardest thing for me was the breath support with any of the woodwind or brass instruments, because like I've played piano longer than I've played drums, so as far as like reading, notation, reading music, everything, that was fine as far as the different clefs and everything, but just any woodwind or brass instrument, learning how to use my breath support was the hardest thing. Yeah. Once I learned proper breathing techniques, it made singing and playing woodwinds and brass so much easier.
Yeah.
So definitely for people who do one of those instruments, I think it's easier for them to translate to the others because of that.
Yeah. I mean, I can't drum for shit. It's really bad. So you definitely don't want to You don't want to. Jake tries to teach me, but I don't. I need a drum set. You know, like I was trying to get an electric drum set, but then
I
that
have
deal
one.
like fell through. Hey, do you
You'll
play a lot?
you'll sound great on that, but when you go on a regular kit, it'll be awful.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
You have like all the reverb and all, like it sounds like you're in this giant
everything
stadium and you're
sounds
like,
good, you know. And then I'm like, hey, I tried this smell, and I'm like, never mind, that's not what I did. Just forget that.
There's so much to it, and I also feel like I know so much more about drums than any non-drummer that I've ever met, just because I hear Jake talking about it 24/7. He's always talking about drums, and I'm like, I can't play drums, but I sure as shit know about drums. But I feel like I need to, like, even if I had an electric kit, like, I don't have like the dexterity or the
coordination.
The coordination, yeah, like, to do all those things at the same time. So if I can get that down, yes. Yeah. Am I doing it? Yes. Okay, I got it. I don't think you can do it.
Yeah, but with all the extra stuff on it, you know, you could do like percussion stuff on it as well. So it's not only like, you know, so you could play around with different things, even if it's not just like, let me play a rock beat, you know.
Yeah, like I want to learn different beats, and I'm sure, yes, if I translate them to real drums, it's going to be like I'm starting over because I'm going to sound like shit, but at least I'll have the skills.
Or something,
somewhat skills. One day. Being a drummer is hard. Like, your options are, like, pretty limited to, like, being able to play.
As far as, like, you can't run around and whatnot. That's what I feel like I'm always limited. Like, I want to just run and jump on stage. I like, just jump around like a nut. It's like I'm sitting.
Yeah. But even just, like, there's so many places that you can't play real drums, you know? Mm-hmm. It makes it... I mean, even... I feel like that with saxophone, but a saxophone is still even a little bit easier than drums to, like, be quiet if you need to be quiet. Drums are just loud.
Yeah, I mean, you could put muffles on them. You could use brushes or, like, the hot rod sticks or, like, you know, quiet stuff. But...
That's true.
But yeah, I feel like an electronic drum kit, as far as like if you're in an apartment or you're in like a really small club or something, electronic kits are sometimes the way to go for that.
Yeah. So where do you guys record your music? Is it always different spots, or like what's the process like for you guys? By the way, I love the music. I listen to everything.
I
think it got me like really hyped.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We record at with Dave Caggiano. He's a producer out in Long Island.
Okay.
At his place, so yeah.
You record like most of your stuff there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Any full recordings that are out, we go there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you recording stuff right now, or like working on any projects?
We have stuff done already, so we're working on that, releasing that, and then
the worst part, the release.
We're in between. We're in the in between because we did it already, so.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of in that in between too, though. I'm sitting on an EP, and I just want to keep writing and having the fun of doing that. But looming over my head is like, you're gonna have to release this EP and do all that bullshit.
Yeah.
I just hate that.
Yeah. It's like, we have all those, and then like, now what's now? You know, we're looking to make some new music videos and release some stuff, make some.
The music videos are fun. Yeah, anything creative is like the fun part, but then it's like, you need to be able to put it out too, or else what's the point of doing it?
Yeah.
I love recording the music videos. Like filming the music videos is like one of the most fun things for me, because you're getting to act too, and I love acting.
Yes.
So like,
and it's like you can go back to sort of like what you were like. You have to think about also what you were thinking when you wrote the song, and like what's like the true meaning of the song. What do you want to convey? What kind of story do you want to tell? And it's like applying a visual to the audio that's already there is so cool. And then like kind of seeing it come to life. I'm with you. Like, I never thought that I would really enjoy the music video process as much as I do, but starting like, having last year like started doing some music videos, it's like it really I feel like it really helps you understand the song better, even if the music video is like, completely different than the song, which is totally fine. It still just kind of like gets you in that creative space. Like, what does the song make me feel, even if it's not like lyrically the same.
Right, even just conveying an emotion or a general scene. Absolutely.
Super cool.
Who do you do your music videos with?
I've done them so far with different people each time. So the most recent one, which isn't out yet, but we just finished filming it, and I think he actually just sent me a second draft tonight. But I did my most recent one with James Morano, who I know bounces around and does a lot of work around Long Island, and it was so cool. We filmed it at Westfall. We did it partly here, and then we also filmed it at Westfall Studios, and kind of like transformed it, and like he did so well with like the lighting, and he brought like a fog machine, and I brought all these flowers in and a disco ball, like just got like really artistic with it. And so that's going to be like the main music video that helps promote the EP. So it's like for one of the songs is going to be released on the EP. And going back to like figuring out a visual for a song, it's like I didn't even want to do another music video for this whole project, but we felt like we needed a visual component, and like I'm going to be working with someone on like helping promote it and stuff like that. They're like, well, we need another visual, let's do another music video. So I'm like, okay, I can't think of anything for this song. And so then I needed to try and come up with something. Well, and actually Jake came up with the idea mainly, and then kind of curated it from there. But I'm excited to put that out. He did a really good job.
Nice.
But yeah, always somebody different. Do you guys always work with the same videographer, or do you switch it up?
I guess we switched up a few times. Our latest one was with our friend Anthony Venezia, and he also went to Five Towns with us.
Cool.
So,
before that, we used Travis Eisenhard, and we've used some other people too in the past. Definitely switched it up, and it's nice getting some different perspectives, different artistic views on it as well.
Yeah, or sometimes, like at least for me in the past, because every music video has been very different even now. And sometimes if I have an idea, like a visual idea, I might look at the work that one of the videographers I'm following has done to see like who would match the style of like what I have in my head, which is definitely what happened with our music video for our song Wait Create. It's not a hip hop song, but I wanted kind of that like quick moving, like hip hop style shot performance music video. So Box Visuals really nailed it. He's also here. Does he live on Long Island? I don't know if he actually lives on Long Island, but he's always around Long Island. And he also works with James Morano a lot, and they work separately and together. So he did a really great job with that. I was like happy that I was able to match what I thought to the person who would nail that style better than anybody else that I knew. So yeah, super cool.
Awesome. Well, I guess we're at the hour point here, so we want you to re-plug all of your sites, what you have coming up, just a quick little anyone that's just tuning in now to check you out.
Sure. So, guys, I'm Gabi Rose. Thank you so much for having me. This was such a cool hang. I mean, the hour went really fast. But yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and TikTok at Gabi Rose Music. And all of those pages are also linked to my band original project, which is Enrose. And we have a few songs out, and we have an EP coming out in the next couple months also. So if you follow, then you'll be the first to know and see that music video that I was talking about. And awesome. Hope to see you guys again soon.
Awesome. Cool. Same here. Mel, you got a question?
I do. Do we have the...
Wait.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it. It's question time. All right. So, question we ask everyone at the end of these chats.
I'm in shock.
What is your best advice that you can give to everyone listening on how to stay positive in this crazy world, in these crazy times that we are living in?
I don't know if I'm the right person to be asking. What has helped me to stay positive is, oh God, how do I stay positive? Well, I have two things, I guess. One, talking to people like you guys that bring up your spirits and people that you can connect with. So trying to always have that social connection and making time for your friends and family always. will help you stay positive. And 2, I would say, just like breathe and remember that life, you know, people say life is short, but it's actually pretty long, and we're not on a timeline. So even though we're still kind of in this weird pandemic, it's like we're going to get back to it. There's no rush, and we're all still going to be here. Fingers crossed. Stay happy and healthy, and we'll get through it. Yeah.
Well
Great
said.
advice.
Very. We like to throw you off
Everyone
with
breathe.
like the dog thing, and then make you answer some fun
Pretty
question.
deep and serious question. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in with us. Hopefully we, see you around Long Island at some point in New York.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time. All right.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.